Here's a little bit of food for thought before we start with the video. Basically, Roberto Garcia, 36-3 with 23 KOs, has fought at 147 or below the 147-pound limit only twice his last two fights since 2011. His last fight that he lost was in 2010 against Antonio Margarito, and I believe he's won 8 straight fights since then. But he is no longer the opponent for Shawn Porter on the premiere of Lights Out, PBC on Spike TV. Shawn Porter, as I said, weighed in at 146.7 pounds. Roberto Garcia did not even step on the scales. He is reported to have been severely dehydrated and also suffering from B12 poisoning. So, okay, put it this way: for Premier Boxing Champions, for the premiere of 2 different shows on 2 different networks, you have 2 different fighters not make weight. In this case, Roberto Garcia getting sick, whatever the case may be. I don't know if I should blame him or not, because in my opinion, okay, put it this way. On the media call, I was on a media call with Shawn Porter, Roberto Garcia, Berto, and Josesito Lopez. And it's crazy because there was no issues about the weight. And one of the questions I did want to ask, but I didn't get a chance to get on the call, was to ask him how he was feeling at 147 pounds, because the guy's a natural 154 guy. He's fought majority of his career at 154, and he's fought quite a few fights over 154 pounds. So fighting at 147 against Shawn Porter, I don't know. I don't really want to get too deep into the politics, because in my gut, I'm saying to myself, why was this guy even fighting Shawn Porter in the first place? Now, I understand it's a comeback fight. I understand that Roberto Garcia on paper was a good opponent. I understand that on paper, it would have been an action-packed fight. But still, I asked myself, why was he fighting him? And those are just the questions I asked myself. So now, Shawn Porter is going to be fighting an opponent. Let me look up his record, by the name of Erick Bone. Now, the reason why is because they wasn't just going to scrap the fight. And also, when you got Chris Arreola weighing in at 260 plus pounds, looking like a mess, they didn't want to move that up to the co-main event or the co-feature. So we got a guy by the name of Erick Bone. I'm looking up his record right now. I just got this news about 10 minutes ago. He's 26 years old, from Ecuador, 16-1 with only 8 KOs. Who has he fought that you know of? Nobody. And it looks like he's a guy. He's a small 147-pound guy. And it looks like, from my understanding, from looking at the record and looking at the fact of, even without seeing a fight of his only fight he lost by split decision, but he's a small guy. And as a replacement, unless this guy's coming to fight his heart out, he really doesn't stand a chance against Shawn Porter, my personal opinion. But it will be Shawn Porter versus Erick Bone, or Erick Booney, or whatever you call it, whatever his name is. We'll know the official pronunciation of his name tomorrow during the telecast. In between time, I'll try to find some of his fights to watch. So therefore, right here, T Street Controversy Live, where I cover every single major fight live, I will be able to give you an accurate assessment of who the guy is after the Shawn Porter fight. But as far as the Roberto Garcia thing is concerned, it's an ugly situation. And I want to say to myself, well, why was he killing himself to make weight, and was this the proper opponent for Shawn Porter? The fact that he was going to have to kill himself to make weight. Kareem Mayfield, I'm looking right now. This is a article on Boxing Scene. It's saying Kareem Mayfield was a possibility, but he's not. Putting Shawn Porter, Kareem Mayfield together in the fight right now, with 1 day's notice, that's not how Haymon works. It's just not how Haymon works. So, Berto versus Josesito Lopez both made weight. Chris Arreola we're gonna save that for we're gonna do different videos on those subjects alone. I'm T Street Controversy with RealCombatMedia.com. I will be covering every single major fight this weekend. Berto versus Josesito Lopez, Shawn Porter versus Erick Bone, or Booney, whatever his name is, the guy from Ecuador. I'm going to be covering Chris Arreola versus Chris Martin. I believe that's his name. It's probably not even his name. I don't even know what the guy. It's some black fat guy. I'm going to talk about it. I'm going to talk about another video. We're going to have Sergey Kovalev versus Jean Pascal. We're going to have Steve Cunningham versus Tsar Glaskov. I'm going to be covering every single one of those fights live. Also, check out the full press conference for Mayweather versus Pacquiao right here on the channel, courtesy of Hoop Jab. Please visit realcombatmedia.com. And for your UK and international coverage, please go over to Be Real TV. Just type in Be Real TV. He pops right up, and also the link is right down in the description box. T Street Controversy with realcombatmedia.com. T Street Controversy Live.